Hi, today we're going to discuss the ingenious ways the settlers lit their homes. We're going to talk about the Crusie light and the Bstty light. Join us. Hi, welcome to the Antique Detective, where today we're going to discuss how the settlers lit their homes. Although it was very dangerous, the settlers started with the Crusie Lamp, 17 and 1800s. These lamps were crude. They held oil and a piece of cotton that was placed in the well right here, twisted cotton, and they lit it. And then it sat in this, where the bottom trough, you can see it just overlays a little bit, collected the drippings so they wouldn't drip on the floor. And it had a hook, and you could hang this, carry it from room to room. The fats they burned in the Crusie lamps were fats that they got from rendering fat, old cooking oils, anything they had that would burn, they would use. If they lived near the shoreline, they could maybe get some whale fat that was less smoking. But the fats they used smoked terribly in the home, and they gave off a very low light, but better than no light at all. This gave light. Imagine the 1700s, all you have for light after the sun goes down is a fireplace, and it's cold, and there are a lot of things you can do when the sun goes down until the sun rises in the morning. So they use this lighting, and it would allow them to have a little bit of light in their home. This is one design. This is probably the crudest of all the designs that we have. It's made of iron, so it does have a little bit of weight in it. But again, it smoked terribly. But again, that's all they had. The next one I'm going to show you is a little bit more elaborate in design. Same concept. This is another Crusie lamp. Again, it had the trough that sat in this piece, collected the fat that dripped. And this is the piece where you'd put your cotton, twisted cotton wick. Again, it burned a very low density light. This one had a little hook on the back. It perhaps had more of an elaborate hook like the last one I showed you, but it's missing. This one was a little bit more designed, again, made of iron. And, the spillage on these, the danger of houses catching on fire because of these lamps was very common. So you had to be extremely careful with this. The next piece I have is another Crusie lamp, a little bit more elaborate in the design, very cute. But again, you burned what you had. Fats, old grease from cooking. Remember, candles weren't readily available nor affordable to a lot of the settlers that came over. Beeswax was extremely expensive, so they were left to using the Crusie lamp. Now, this came from primarily Scottish settlers who came to the United States, and they brought this over, and it was a big deal because people could actually have light in their homes. Now, when the German settlers started to come to the United States, they brought their design of similar lamp. This one was called the Bstty Lamp, and in English translated to better, and it was better. It was better in many ways. You can see it had the same hook design here, and you could hang this on a nail or a piece of wood. You could stab it in a piece of wood and it would stay there. You also had a door on a hinge Again, crudely made. This was made of iron as well. And you'd put the oil in the reservoir, close it up, and you would have fed the cotton wick in that hole right there. Now, this was better in many ways because it eliminated a lot of the smoke and the fumes, so you didn't get a lot of that. And it also protected the home from fire, because if this fell, it was protected by the little door that kept the oil in the container. So it was a lot better than what they were using, a lot safer. This saved many homes. The wick being fed through here, now they would take and pull the cotton out to get a brighter light. And this actually produced a little bit better lighting than the Crusie lights here. So you can see the difference of how much safer that is. They're kind of cute. So these are 17 and 1800s. It's amazing that they were used for such a long time. I hope you've enjoyed some of the lighting examples that our ancestors used back in the day when life was not so easy. Today we walk into a room, flip a switch, and our whole house lights up. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for joining us. If you'd enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you. And view some of our other videos. You'll find we dig into the antique background of where pieces come from and how they evolved.